Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I thought I would take a minute and make a couple of videos for you on the readings that you had for mitosis and the cell cycle. Lots of information there. It's easy for me to ask you to read some stuff, but then it's easier if I can explain it. So I'm going to send you two videos. This first one is going to be the introduction part, and then my second video is going to be focusing more on the 4 stages of mitosis. So the first thing we need to understand is that all cells have a cycle. Anything that's living, they born, they die, there's a whole cycle that's involved. Same thing with each one of our cells. Okay, as you know, you started off as one cell. Okay, and that one cell divides and creates 2, and this keeps happening. The reason why this has to happen is for a few reasons. You have to be able to grow. Okay, you guys were never the size that you are now. Okay, you've grown over the years, you're still growing. So your cells have to be able to divide to duplicate themselves. Okay, so right now you're made of trillions of cells. That will keep increasing. Now some of you may say, well, Ms. Carpenter, you're not growing anymore. No, what happens is cells are always dying as well. Okay, and those dying cells need to be replaced by new cells. So as you age, you don't grow anymore because the rate of the cells dying and the cells duplicating even out. Okay, right now your cells are duplicating quicker than your cells are dying off. That's why you're still growing. Okay, so that's the basics of why cells need to divide. So in grade 8, you learned the basic definition of mitosis. Okay, and that definition was simply that the genetic material duplicates and then it divides and it creates 2 new sets of chromosomes, or what we call daughter cells, right? And that's the basic definition. So we're going to delve into that a little bit more and look at how this process happens. Super important topic in biology. If you continue your biology studies, you will be seeing this and hearing this time and time again. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk to you about before mitosis can happen. Okay, and before this cell division can happen, there's a few things that have to happen inside the cell. First of all, I'm just referring to your textbook, by the way, on page 17, if you're wondering. So how the cell gets ready for mitosis is that the genetic material needs to duplicate, needs to double. Okay, so that step is called replication. So you have one chromosome, it's like a little coil, okay, and that needs to duplicate. So it copies itself, and it makes another exact copy. So it becomes like a double helix is what we call it. In the middle, those 2 are joined by what we call a centromere, which you'll see this word, and you probably read it already, you'll see this word as we move into the processes of mitosis. Okay, so that's called replication. That has to happen first. Okay, they coil up to what we say in what we call a double-stranded chromosome. So right now what I've drawn there is a double-stranded chromosome. Okay, so after this happens, okay, the nucleus is ready for the process of mitosis to begin. Now, my next video is going to be on those 4 processes in a minute. Okay, once mitosis takes place, okay, then the cell is ready to actually divide into 2. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that again. This replication piece is in a phase of the cell cycle, which is called interphase. Now you have a pie graph on page 23, okay, which shows you the cell cycle. That's a very important diagram. As you can see, interphase is a huge part of the cell cycle. Lots happens in interphase. Not only does the replication happen in interphase, the cell grows during interphase. There's a rapid growth session. There's also growth and preparation for division. So the process of mitosis that I'm going to talk to you about next is actually a short part of the cell cycle. However, it's a super important part, and there's lots that happens in that, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Okay, so I just wanted to talk to you about the basics of the cell cycle. So my next video will concentrate on the actual process of mitosis.